Hello, Rams. We are here today with our Revis students for episode 2 of The Ramblings, a radio podcast for the Revis community featuring our responsible Rams. I'm your host, Principal Schultz, and I am joined today by Career Counselor Ms. Schultz and CTE Division Chair Ms. Uested, who both attended our most recent career field trip to Southwest Airlines at Midway Airport to learn about the aviation industry, career opportunities, and so much more. The 2-day field trip provided our students with the opportunity to talk with professionals such as pilots, flight attendants, customer service reps, and mechanics, just to name a few. Our format today is informal with the purpose of learning more about our students' experiences at Southwest. Students, why don't you go ahead around and let's introduce ourselves, and please give us your year in school.
I'm Alejandro Zambrano, and I'm a senior at Revis High School.
I'm Oscar Akizo. I'm a senior also at Revis High School.
I'm Eric Koliznik, and I'm a sophomore in Revis High School.
Thanks, guys. I want to tell you, when I talked to Ms. Uested and I talked to Ms. Schultz about your field trip experience, I was filled with energy and excitement, and I probably really could identify the most with their description of the culture and climate that Southwest Airlines has for those pursuing a career opportunity. Can you tell us a little bit about the climate and culture that you experienced and witnessed at Southwest Airlines?
So the culture at Southwest Airlines was absolutely amazing, and it was a friendly family environment, and I always felt welcomed.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric, for sharing.
Like how he said, it was very welcoming. They were more kind of like a family, like brotherhood, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They had each other's back.
Yeah, it reminds me kind of like how we always say we're a Ram fam. That's pretty cool. That's good. Alejandro, do you have anything else to add?
I just thought that it was really friendly because they knew they were trying to give younger peers like an opportunity into becoming, or to walk into their footsteps in a way. Mm-hmm. So they were real friendly and like how their career and how they got started and like more information that we had questions to. So it was very opening to them because like since they were so open with us that, you know, it was easy to follow in and the background and the history of how they got started.
Yeah, so it wasn't just relatable, but it was you were able to just jump right in and immerse yourself and be an active participant. Yeah. That's great, especially since they're in our backyard. It's nice to hear how welcoming they were to really this neighboring school.
It's funny that you say that because I think a Southwest plane just flew by over our heads.
No, I was looking at the same thing.
And that happens here a lot. Southwest is part of the flight plan pattern is right over our fields.
Really close, yeah.
And since the whole topic obviously is flying planes, Eric, I know that is an interest of yours, and I heard you say words while we were there like bucket list. So can you share a little bit about your experience specifically, knowing that your career goal is to be a pilot, from hearing directly from the chief pilot at Southwest?
Well, so like you said on the bucket list, my bucket list, I only have one goal in life, and that's to become a pilot. And that's pretty much my ultimate goal. And the experience I had with the pilot was that here's like a quick story. He used to work at a gas station, and then he was filling up a pilot's car with gas. Mm-hmm. And then he asked him if he needed to know a lot of math because he was really bad at it. Funny story, so am I. And he asked him if he knew multiplication, division, adding, and subtracting. The chief pilot that we talked to said yeah. And then, you know, the pilot that he was filling up the gas for, he said, yeah, you'll be fine. And, you know, he became a chief executive pilot, which is a very major role in any airline company, which is just, to me, that's like an amazing story. And he was able to answer all my questions. He was able to tell me what career path I should take. Just he opened up the door for me so much, and it just helps out so much because I've been looking for something like this for my whole life, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing that I got to experience something like that. And Southwest was a real help, you know, especially since they were able to put this together for us. And them just taking the day out of their job, you know, the time out of their job to do this whole thing for us, it's just something amazing.
I saw a picture of you sitting in the pilot chair, is that right? Or the captain's chair?
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
No, he did
We weren't
not.
sure
No,
we were
he
gonna
did
get him
not.
out of
I
there.
I wouldn't come out of the cockpit.
The cockpit, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, your smile was definitely
It was-
representing the way you were feeling.
As soon as we were near that plane, I did not want to leave, and I had the biggest smile on my face.
That's awesome. So I have a question for you, Oscar and Alejandro over here. Reflecting back on this experience with Southwest, how did that sort of influence your career choice when it comes to aviation mechanics?
Makes you want to pursue it more because of all the benefits and how the environment is there.
Can you see yourself working at Midway Airport for
Hopefully,
Southwest?
yes.
Yeah. Is that
Yes.
like, wow, I just right in my hometown, right?
Yeah.
Good.
The reason why I think we liked it so much was because they gave us an opportunity that not many people get, and the way we were talking to the mechanic was like friendly. So when we were talking about him, we asked him like what was the best options for schooling and stuff. So actually, Giovanni and me were asking him how do we start off to become a mechanic for Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
He told us that there's options if we go to Marine, pursue there, then transfer into Lewis University. We could work there to get our A&P license, and then once we go from A&P license, we go into a ramper at Southwest, and after 6 months, then you go into the program for a year and a half for the Dallas, and then you become a mechanic for them. And that's the way we got in touch with the mechanics. So we grew a pretty good conversation with them because we had so many questions, and from one question it led to another question, and it was an experience because I mean, for you to look up those questions on Google rather than talk to someone that's actually gone through that path, it's a lot. It's straightforward, you know. I thought it was a opportunity that was special to us because it helps us narrow down our results for like a career path that we want to take. So it was very rewarding.
I can tell by the way you're all answering these questions that it was very impactful, and the thoroughness that Southwest did, the time that they took meant a lot to you. If you could say anything to those individuals, what would you want them to know?
I just thank them for opening up so many opportunities for me because ever since I was a little kid, it's just I'm so determined to become a pilot.
I would thank them because they give more of a view of how to get there and what they do, and yeah, that's pretty much.
I was grateful because not a lot of people get to go into something like that and have people take their time out of the day and be friendly about it. So I was happy because not a lot of people get to do it. So that's what made me feel happy about it.
Ms. Schultz and Ms. Uesta, I know this was our inaugural 2-day field trip, and Southwest originally offered this to us over 4 days, but to fit with our curriculum, our timeline, etc., they really were flexible and generous to bring this, like the gentlemen have said, to us. Any future plans for partnering with Southwest in the future, or any ideas that we could give our listeners, to hang on to?
Well, Eric's shaking his head
Yeah.
because Eric's
Oh yeah,
required that we have a partnership.
I'm gonna make you do it.
Yeah.
But we learned about a lot of great opportunities, including summer internships that are offered to high school students. In
Yep,
fact,
we actually have a student right now who has received one of those opportunities this summer to work with Southwest. So we're very excited about that. We'd love to continue to make our students aware of these opportunities. Hopefully we'll have some more Southwest employees in the future.
yeah, we talked to them about a career opportunities fair that we're going to have in the spring,
Yep.
and they used the same language that we were using about them being in our backyard. They said, "This is right in our backyard,"
Yes.
and they were very open to continuing that connection because they also realize the potential of our students.
And that's what we're looking for, I think, in life. And that's one of the kind of visionary pieces we talk about, having a win-win situation for everybody involved. And I can't thank our students enough for joining us today on our second podcast, sharing their thoughts, feelings. I feel the way they feel. I'm sitting next to them. I get to see their body language. I get to see the smiles on their faces. So this is very rewarding for me. I appreciate the time you're giving us. I also want to do a shout out to Southwest Airlines for just opening our eyes to the beautiful world that is out there. Flying is more than being a pilot or a flight attendant. It's customer service. It's a relationship with others. It's problem solving. It's having a growth mindset. And it's really loving what you do. So when you go to work, you go to your career. And that's how we feel here at Revis, and that's what we want for our students when they pursue their post-secondary pathways. So to close it up, this is hopefully just the beginning of our partnership with Southwest Airlines. And I want to thank Mr. Lishman for serving as our Communication Club production manager today, along with Ms. Uesta and Ms. Schultz for bringing this opportunity to Revis, our students for seeking it out through Naviance, their Google accounts, and all the announcements that we do throughout the year to provide opportunities. Until we meet again, once a Ram, always a Ram, and forever better together.